Good morning, everybody. I might do a quick video this morning. Seeing as I got my channel back now, I know I don't have that many followers, but even my little channel went down a couple of weeks like that is like, this is not great. Yeah, I was taken down for medical misinformation once again. And yeah, I don't know. The only thing I said in that video was talking about the brand new story that is going viral about the guy from the Netherlands. That was all I talked about. And they shut me down. I don't understand. A little channel like me, what threat am I? What threat? Why is censorship like that so important to them? What are they trying to protect? I don't understand that. Because there's nothing I said that could have been taken, misconstrued, and put into practice and hurt anyone. That's just ridiculous. Their standards, their bullshit on what they call their community guidelines is just ignorant. It's arbitrary. It's whatever they say it is, and that's the bad part. You really don't ever know. You just don't. I guarantee there's an example of every kind of channel that's not that. I repeat, that is not on the left. Okay, every scenario on the right has been taken down, whether it's religion, politics, medical, education. It doesn't matter. They attack us, and that's what's bad. Is what would this world be like if it had been conservatives that started all the tech companies and started, Silicon Valley, and were running academia and all that? And that's what I don't understand. How did we let them have that? It was like over my lifetime. It was just a fine, go be a teacher, you nerd. Go be a teacher. Whatever. Teachers make $40,000 a year and get summers off. So what? Go be a teacher. I got work to do, real work. Making six figures, taking names and kicking ass. And next thing we knew, fuck, those nerdy teachers are screwing our kids out. They're lying to them, indoctrinating them, wanting them to be nerds like them. And here we are. You see Fred back there? You see Fred? He got his cone of shame on. Well, he had that surgery on his hip, and he's still healing. So Fred's a licker. I'll wake and bake with you guys as usual. Here a little bit. I'll give him a little bit, and I'll text Ashley unless she's already on. I'm so excited because Jason's building me that guitar, and I've been watching tutorials on YouTube. I've never played an instrument in my life, but I'm buying a 3-string guitar from Jason, and I bought me a Fender amp already. Bought me a tuner so I can tune it. So I bought me a little Fender amplifier, and it came with little picks and a cord, and so I'm all ready to go. Just waiting on my guitar, and I'll start doing lessons. Somebody popped on and popped off. What's up with that? Why do you pop on and pop off? Had one, and then we had two, and now we're back to one. Am I that boring? Am I that bad? Y'all tell me. If I'm that bad, I'll never do another video. If it's so bad you pop on, then you pop off. I'll never do another video. Just tell me. See, I may text Ashley and them, tell them I'm live streaming. Hope I don't wake them up, but hey, they're usually up early. Oh, man, the weather's changing here. Wow. I was really snotty. My goodness. Let me put the link in the chat. I'll go forward with a brave new world. You know, it was funny. The other day, they're showing these clips of Joe Biden talking taxes. You pay your fair share. These loopholes and fat cats thinking they don't have to pay. You gotta pay. You gotta pay. What are you doing, Diesel? Somebody up? Diesel, what you hunting? Go over and let him. But Charlie's always pay your fair share. Well, his son, million plus. Hey, morning, there. You're up early. What the hell? You've got a headache and you're up. Oh, Mama's up. Said the weather change got her headache going. I'm live streaming. I didn't expect you to be up so soon. I'd have made you coffee. Oh, you're not up. You're just going to take a sinus pill. Okay. I'll see her again about noon. She's such a lightweight. She takes quarters and halves of stuff. Like she has a script for Tramadol. And she'll take a quarter or a half. And she'll sleep for hours. I take 3 of them. And that doesn't touch me. Doesn't touch me at all. She's such a lightweight. One Sinutab. She's gone. She's gone. It's almost just like a warm water will put her to sleep. But the audacity, the blatant, just in your face, don't care attitude of the political class now is over there. Brave New World. These guys are untouchable now. They've set themselves up a system where they can just perpetually live in it, and we can't do anything about it. They've set it up. It's there now. They can just. It's just circular for them. They're in. Their family's in. All their friends. It's a circle now. It's like the Harvard deal with the whole asking the presidents of Harvard, Penn, Yale, those ladies. I think y'all saw it. But they asked. They've had their treats this morning, so don't let them fool you.
No, I had that cracker full of stuff.
What did you try to open that?
I did.
You did open it properly? Okay. Because it was messed up the other day again.
I'm sure
It was messed up. Okay, what was I talking about? All right, she's taking dogs. But she was asked. She was asked, is calling for genocide of Israel, against bullying and harassment policies at Harvard. And she, best answer she could give, well, yeah, there's context there. What's the context? And it's like, the context is genocide. Is your policy for it or against it? That's the context. It's genocide. Well, it's according if those words, turn into action. Then yeah. Genocide's against the policy. It is when acted upon. But any other phase or frame of it, I mean, yeah, all right. And then Harvard, Penn fired their lady they fired. I'm not sure about the Yale lady, but the Harvard people, they backed her. They said, we're good. And then she gets popped for plagiarism on her doctoral dissertation. And they're like, she probably lifted it from another Harvard person, so we don't care. She one of us. She's in like Flynn. We're in a brave new world. It is. Wow. Think about the education system. They're rewriting everything. They're just rewriting history. They redid math. When my kids were in school, they come up with that new stupid math. They're changing everything into a system where only they have the key code and we have to go to them. Hey, what does this work? How does this work? We'll show you. Don't worry about it. You just get in line. Get in line, do your thing. Excuse me. Brave new world, folks. Sorry. I hate when that happens. I was on video watching it. It's hard. It's hard to watch. I'll watch back my videos for errors and stuff, and I'm just going, oh my God. That is so loud. That is so gross. Why do you do that? I can't help it. It just happens to me. It's not on purpose. Well, I just got back from a visit to see my parents. And wow. I'm glad I went up there. They've had a housekeeper working for them for about the last year. And about 6 months ago, my brother went over to see him. And and they were in a mood. And things had changed. And my dad had been diagnosed with dementia. And his neurologist and his primary care doctors have told him, you don't need to drive anymore. So my brother starts going, hey, Dad, this is what's happened. You shouldn't be driving anymore. Doctor told you, and we need to work something out. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm still going to drive. And they just turn on him and go, hey, you're not going to control our lives. You just need to leave, or we're going to call the cops. They kicked my brother out. We're going to call the cops. You get out of here. Well, next thing we know, they're going, hey, she takes good care of us. She does just fine. She'll come and get us and take us to appointments. She'll do that, and you won't. My brother's like, I've been doing it up until 2 weeks ago when this lady all of a sudden you say, she's got it. She's got it. Well, come find out. My brother kept bumping up against her, and she's not a good broker. So I get there in town, and I went to the police station. I was going to file a restraining order on her because we show up. I just get to town and show up at my parents' house. My brother's already there, and she's there, and her and my brother are talking. And I hear her go, no, I know you and your brother, y'all are a piece of crap. Y'all are terrible to your parents. You treat them so bad. All y'all want is their money. All y'all want is to just put them in a nursing home. And we're just like, what? Where the hell did this come from? Who are you talking to? You don't know who the hell you're talking to. And she tells me, I know about you. All you want is their money because you're such a drug addict. and you just want their money, and your business is bad, and you have to have their money. And we're both just like, wow, wow, who the hell are you? And come find out, she'd just been back from Ruidoso with them in New Mexico. We have a house up there. She'd just been with them. So I go to the police station, and a cop comes. Yeah, well, what do you need? We sit down, and I tell him, well, there's this lady. Her name's Stella Brown. And he went, Stella Brown, Stella Brown. And I went, yeah. And he goes, oh, what now? And I'm like, you know her. Oh, yeah, we know Stella. We know Stella very well. And I tell him the story, and he goes, yeah, okay, that sounds about like Stella. And I said, well, we're thinking about maybe getting a lawyer and seeing, see if we can't subpoena her financial records, see if she's been stealing. Because my parents, and they've got cash in a safe there at the house. And, we don't trust the lady. And he goes, well, yeah. He goes, I tell you what, last thing Stella wants is somebody looking in her finances. Trust me. And I went, okay, it's a good idea. He goes, it's not a bad idea at all. And so I went and I got you couldn't do a restraining order without like physical evidence or something, video evidence that she'd done something. And so he said, you can do a criminal trespass. So I learned how to file a criminal trespass on someone. And if she comes back on the property, then she'll be arrested. But this is just a mess. It's just a mess this woman had created. And so it took 3 days. We got everything smoothed out. Everything's fine. Again, I guess, until it's not. But yeah, it was crazy. You watch out for your elderly parents. People slick in there. And you think they're pretty good person. She did a good job cleaning their house. It was fine. I tried to tell my parents, look, because people you hire to do that stuff, they're not your friends. They're housekeepers. They work for you. They come in, they clean, they leave. They shouldn't be going to Ruidoso with you. She's not Alice. She hadn't been with the family since the babies were born. It's not one of those deals. So we told them, we said, look, when she comes in, she should come in, say hello, and get to work. When she's done, you pay her, and she leaves. End of story. Done. Same way they had a home health nurse coming in, and she wasn't doing nothing. I had to go down there, put the fear of God in those people. Told them, I want to see her medical record. We have power of attorney. I want to see her medical record. I want to see my dad and mom's care plans. I want to see what y'all document. I want to see what you're doing, because you're not doing your job. Well, needless to say, by the time I left, they had talked with my brother. They had apologized. They had realized that the nurse that was going over there wasn't doing her job, that it was another situation of roll in, chit chat, check the boxes, go, get paid. While my parents' health care is being neglected. They weren't checking their pills. They weren't checking if there are any changes. It was crazy. It was just a mess. So I went down there and got shit straightened out. And I told my brother, I said, you ever seen the Seinfeld episode where they try to get insurance off the post office for Jerry's broken stereo? Well, they get caught. And Kramer gets called down. Kramer he's done with mail. He's not going to take mail anymore either. And they take him down to the police, or down the post office, and Wilford Brimley is the postmaster general. And it's one of the funniest scenes. Kramer's like an interrogation, and lied on him. He says, Mr. Kramer, do you know who I am? No. He says, well, I'm the postmaster general. And do you know what the job of a general is, Mr. Kramer? And he says, no. He says, the job of a general is to, by God, get things done. And that's what I'm here for. I'm going to get things done. Now, you don't want to stop me from getting things done, do you, Mr. Kramer? No, sir. So I told my brother, I come here and I by God, get things done. My my buddy out there, James. He said something about some countdown clock that's going on. I don't know what he's talking about, but he said on the internet it was related to Q somehow. Yeah, it's related to Q somehow, and I don't know. There's so many things going on out there. There's conspiracies anymore. I think I'm gonna err on the side of conspiracy until it's proven just a theory. Because so far in my lifetime, about 99% of conspiracy theories were just true conspiracies. It was a real thing happening. And pretty much nothing's happened to any of those people. Very few. Very few. And this whole thing going on right now, nobody's going to be held accountable. It's the swamp's just going to get deeper and darker and nastier. And it's just going to, I expect it. I don't expect it to get any better. I've said it for quite a while. Everybody's got all this hope and stuff that's going to get better. Well, the Bible says no. The Bible says no. How many times, think about this, how many times in the Bible does it describe a situation that was bad, that turned good, and stayed that way? Now, there are little times where, Israel was doing good for 5, 10 years, something like that, under a few different kings, but then boom, next guy flipped the whole society around. It's it's the way the devil runs things. He's boss on this earth. And the Bible says it. How could he offer Jesus all the kingdoms of the world if they're not his? They're his. The Bible said he rules down here amongst the flesh. He's loosed. He's loosed. And he's doing exactly what he wants. And nothing's going to change that until the battle of Gog and Magog. And the way this Israeli thing is, Hamas thing is working out. When Israel says, we're not going to stop till this is over. This may take a year, it may take 10 years. They say they're not stopping until they've gotten every single Hamas soldier out there. What do you do? What do you do? It could be. This could be the beginning of the battle of Gog and Magog. Because in the Bible, it basically lines out that it's one entity attacking and defeating the other. It's kind of vague about their character, but their character seems to be both evil, and it's working for a one world order, a brave new world, and that's where the battle's going to be. They've taken the mask off, and for those people who aren't awake and just keep going with the programming, it's got to be weird. It's got to be a weird phenomenon to be so caught up in something that you're blind to it, that you don't even see what it is. You think you're riding in a Mercedes Benz when you're really just riding in a Kia. You're in a Kia, and this is where it's at right here. And they're lying. They're lying to us. Hold on a second. Yeah, they're lying to us. Lying. Bunch of liars. It's funny. You watch those congressional hearings, and all the Republicans have evidence against Big H, and they bring it out and they ask the questions. You know, yes, those are their bank records. Yes, he was paying a prostitute and called her the West Coast assistant. They fly her out to DC overnight, fly out, next day fly back, and he took it off on his taxes. She was an employee, and in a way, he hired her. She was an employee. It was wages, money exchange. You know. And old Joe probably told me, "Hey, son, always label your hookers as assistants. Always, son. You can take them off on your taxes. The more the merrier." Actually, son, the more you use them, the more legit it looks. Like, once, twice a week, they're working a part-time job for you. That looks legit. But if it's just once every 2 months, they got a little sketchy on me once, and I had to explain to them. But they have they have carte blanche. They do what they want when they want. I was like, Hunter, define that subpoena. He knew it. I knew he wasn't going to show up. Everybody knew he wasn't going to show up. Everybody knew. But what do you do? What do you do? They, what I understand, their lawyers met with the DOJ earlier that day, and the DOJ advised them not to go. Can you imagine that? The Department of Justice, who is investigating him, told him, yeah, if I was you, I just wouldn't go. What are they going to do to you? Congress is just a paper tiger. They can put you in contempt of Congress, but nobody's ever been tried or convicted for contempt of Congress. They definitely going to do you. Let's just don't go. We'll stall this out. Primaries are starting in January, February. We're gonna keep blaming, political persecution. That's what's so funny. The left has always done it. Always projected what they're doing. Accuse the right of doing, and it's always been that way. And the right has never stopped and went, wow, hey, wow, enough of this. You're doing this, plain and simple, not us. Facts are here, full stop, bullshit. We're calling it. It's just the opposite. You're doing this stuff, not us. It's all on you. No, not us. We're as pure as the driven slush. We're virtuous. We're humanitarian. We're just not going for this. That whole Ivy League thing. Another statistic that came out was in 1950, the average grade at Harvard was a 2.6. This is barely over a C. And C plus, barely. And in 1960, start of the Vietnam War and the draft, that grade point average went straight up to over 3.0. And that was their way of keeping all of their boys out of the war. Because I believe, I may be wrong, but I believe there was a rule put in place that if you're in college, you have to maintain at least a 3.0 average. And this whole school made sure all the boys had at least 3.0 averages. And now, this is what's so ridiculous, is the average grade, at Harvard 80% of the students have at least a 3.8 grade average. That's impossible. That is impossible unless 80% of their students were 150 plus IQs. 80% of them to get straight A's. 80% of the population. That's just wow. That's ridiculous. That's a stat that screams bullshit. That screams bullshit. And those schools anymore, as long as you follow the right ideology, you're going to do great. You're going to do super. You're going to make A's at Harvard. Hard to imagine in this day and age. At this generation that went through this education system. Hey, girl. Well, log on. You're there. I sent y'all a text. Told y'all I was live streaming. The link's right there, Ashley, if you want to come in. But yeah, it's hard. Man, that's hard to believe. That many people from this generation coming up are that smart at Harvard. At Harvard. I'm not even buying that at a junior college. I'm sorry, 80% of the kids at junior college aren't making straight A's. How are these guys doing it? That's right. Because I thought Harvard was supposed to be hard. Really hard. Really hard. Not just kind of hard. Really hard. That's why it's so hard to get in, because it's hard to graduate. It's hard. But it doesn't seem too hard for these fools. It seems pretty easy. Good morning, sunshine.
What's up, brother? It
How are
won't
you?
again. I see. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on up here? No,
You don't see me
can't.
again?
Yeah, man. I can only see. What the? Okay, hold on.
You know, I have found that when electronic devices do not work for individuals, it's usually the individual's fault. It's usually
Probably is an
user
operator.
error.
It is an
User
operator. I'm sure that's what it is, brother. I mean, thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. That's what I do.
That is what you do.
Point out the obvious. It's one of those deals. We're in a brave new world, you know.
We are?
Yeah.
When did that start? Did that happen overnight?
Been slowly eroding away. We're here. Well, you gotta believe we are, because if you look at the political elites and the financial elites, they do exactly what they want, when they want, how they want. They set up a system for themselves where there's no accountability. They can do what they want.
Right.
Free reign. Free reign. They're not afraid anymore. They're not afraid. They've taken the mask off. They're right in front of us going, do something about it. What are you going to do? Like Chuck Schumer said, the intelligence agencies has 6 ways to Sunday to get you. You want to mess with them? Go ahead.
Yeah. We had a.
You need to go into your settings and check your camera.
I'm telling you something.
Make sure it's turned on.
What do you mean? Can you see me?
I can see you, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone can see and hear from you. That's not what in my settings. Check. Wait a minute. I wonder if that matters.
Wait a
Probably
minute.
does.
I don't know.
Does it matter? No, I shouldn't know that.
Well, I
Tall.
can see you. You're lucky you can't see me. It's better you can't.
Oh, I'd love to see your handsome self.
Well, I got
Yeah,
a haircut yesterday.
you got a haircut
I
yesterday.
did. I treated myself yesterday. Man, you know how it is when you get a craving for something and everything's working out perfect that you're gonna fixing to get that what you want.
Uh-huh.
Yesterday I ran my errands, I got my haircut. Right around the corner from the haircut was Pizza Hut. I'd been wanting a Pizza Hut pizza. I roll in and they're scrambling around. A guy walks up and he says, "I'm sorry, the system's down. We're not making pizzas." What? Come on, man. I ain't had a pizza in so long, man.
And you were trying so hard.
I
Man,
was,
today
and it
you
was
were gonna do it.
all the
You were
stars were
gonna,
lining up in the cosmos. It was gonna be a perfect day. Bam.
you were gonna do it today. And dang it.
It was
And,
dang. I ain't had one in a long time. You know how it
yeah.
just comes over you, that craving. You're like, that'll be perfect. That's what I want. Yes.
Right.
And you
Well,
get shot down.
that's true. That happens.
Well,
Okay.
I should have known better because the last time I went to that Pizza Hut, I ordered my pizza and like a dummy, I wait till I get home and look at it and it's completely wrong. I was the only one in there other than like call-in orders. I was the only one in there and they got it wrong. And then
Oh,
they made it again. Okay. I waited.
yeah.
They made it again. They messed it up again. The guy says,
What?
yeah, messed it up again. The guy says, I'm so sorry. He says, I'll make you another one. I said, no, I'll take this one. He goes, well, you want a free one here, come back and get a free one whenever. Sorry about that. Okay, no problem. So I take it, and weeks later, I tell my daughter, I say, hey, I got a deal for a free pizza there at Pizza Hut. So go get us one. Well, she goes to get it. They messed it up again. Yeah.
Done. No
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. And so then I show up to yesterday and they can't even make one. Their process is down. Their system's down. I'm like, what system? I see the oven right there and it's on. I see it. And what's wrong? Get my shit, put stuff on it, put it in that oven. What do I need from your system? What part of your system is messing with my ability to get a pizza? I think it was just their online order system, right? People, going online, putting in an order, and it's messing them up. So they
Right.
probably screwed up a few pizzas in a row and went, wait a minute, this is all messed up.
Right. All the new stuff, all the newer stuff is just, it messes everything up. All this new digital technology. Oh, it's going to make things better. People are going to be able to get their food before you even get there. You can have that's going to mess up. Well, I got mad at Walmart the other day because my aunt, she bought me these two tight like legging type this outfit, and one's a really tight warm legging shirt and one's a really tight warm legging pants, right?
Right.
And she bought them from Walmart. They're called Cuddle Duds or
Nice.
Cuddle Dudes, Cuddle Duds, whatever. So she gives them to me, and I go to I look at the back of the. I always like to look and see what I'm putting on my body.
Right.
These things are made out of recyclable plastic. I was stunned. And I'm like, what? So I took them back, okay? And I'm like, all right, well, I need a warm hat, and I need warm socks, maybe 100% cotton underwear, something that I need. I took them back. Got my little gift card. Walked around Walmart. I got so mad at Walmart. Everybody in that store that I walked by knew the problem with Walmart today. Because Walmart, not one thing in that store. No, I won't say that. I did pick some socks up that said weaved with a mixture of wool.
Right.
Everything in that store was recyclable, acrylic or polyester.
Yeah, synthetic. Yeah.
Nothing cotton, linen, wool, nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my God. Like, I can't shop at Walmart ever again. I mean, this is just, and that was my first time going to Walmart, in a while. I'll go there to get my baking soda and my vinegar because it's big packages. Oh, I can't even believe. Because,
Well, I come from the cotton fields of West Texas, and going out there this time of year is when they're stripping cotton. There wasn't no cotton. When I was a kid, sides of the highways, both sides looked like a sea of white. Cotton everywhere. Not these days. Not these days. They pay farmers to not grow.
oh,
Yeah, they'll come in and pay you a subsidy to not grow, to manipulate the markets. I've been doing that my whole life. I have friends, families own farms, and my dad would tell us, "Yeah, man, being a farmer, geez, half the time you don't even have to work because the government will come in and subsidize you not to grow, and then when you do put out a crop, if anything happens, hailstorm, bad weather messes up the crop, yeah, you got crop insurance. You just call it a loss, take your money, wait till next year." So farmers anymore in my lifetime, if they had a bad year, they were being bailed out one way or another. One way or another is usually, either their insurance or the government. One of the biggest scams out in West Texas is the government coming in and doing the soil bank. They'll pay you to not farm for 7 years. Where the Bible says, every 7 years, let your fields rest. Well, forever and ever, they did that. And then the government came in and started mandating it, but paying you to do it. It's crazy. One of the most famous federal cases ever was out in West Texas with the old guy, Billy Solestis, selling cotton shares all around Texas. He got popped big. What's up, Jay?
What's up, dude? How come we can't see you, man?
Who's my phone?
I don't know. I can see y'all.
I'm working it out right now. I'm gonna figure it out.
Technical glitch.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah. I'm sure it's operator error. Somehow, some way.
You're not gonna maybe walk by my guitar and let me just kind of see it in the background accidentally.
Man, all you got is a neck, and it's not even done.
Okay.
Yeah, I just finished up my my other build yesterday. So
Right.
yeah, so yours is starting today. Unless we got to help this person move, then I got to start tomorrow. So
Check out my little Fender amp.
hold on, I can't check out nothing.
That's right. You can't see it.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it on my. I'm gonna get on my phone. Hold on. Yeah. And then we'll. I can't even. I pulled up these tabs and I can't even get them off the freaking screen now. So now I can't. Now I can't even see myself. Oh, there you go. All right. Let's see if I can. Oh my goodness. All right. Let's see.
Because the link's there in the chat if you want to log on with that one, and we'll close the other one.
All right. Links in the chat. Check. Oh, here it is. It should let me know. Tommy. Boom. All right. Links in the chat. Check.
Yeah, dude, I've been going on YouTube watching these tutorials on playing the 3-string.
You have.
You're gonna be a
Oh, yeah.
professional.
It's not there yet.
I thought about getting a broomstick and putting some strings on it and practice it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You should do it. Hey, man, I seen this one cat. He's very impressive. He took a line, just one line, and he put it across his doorway, one of his doorways, and he sat there and played that one line. It was so cool.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, there you are there. Let's see.
Okay,
Bring
I'm
you
getting
up.
off of
Are you in?
Boom, now I can see you. All
Hey,
right, that's
Timmy.
good.
Ashley, you're gone.
Gone.
You gone.
kicked off.
She's still walking through the house.
Yeah. So
Right.
let's see here. I'm just trying to get a bigger screen. No, I just finished this build. Here, I'll show you this build I just finished. Turn on a light in here. And I want to see if I do it. I'll do it like put it against my coffee cup here. There we go. Boom. All right. So this is
Oh, cool. That's
this
nice.
old kickstand,
All right.
and
Wow, that's pretty, Jason. I love it. What
Yeah.
wood grain in that. That
It's
is
gonna make a
great.
really
wood
great-
grain.
it's gonna make a really great wall ornament, man. Cause well, I mean, I have these light strings on there, so I don't know what's going on with that. But check this out. So it's a little. It's not that difficult, but it's spring loaded.
All right.
So you kind of got to sit down to do it. But you open it up. You take that little
All right. Little
guy
dowel.
right there. Slip them in like that. Wow. Oh, kickstand.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yeah, yeah. And then
That's pretty neat. I like it.
It's spring loaded, so like when you pull that,
When you let it out, boom, it pops
it
back
out.
up.
Oh,
Nice. That's pretty cool.
it's right back in there. Yeah. On sale today for the low cost of $500. It could be yours.
Could be yours.
Yeah.
Call now.
Did I say Ryan Upchurch has one of my guitars? Did I let everybody know that? No.
Right. Right. I can't wait to get mine, man.
Oh, yeah, it'll be cool, man. No, it's gonna be cool. I'm disappointed with this last build that I just did. I'm disappointed with that guitar because I didn't think things through it very well. You know, like I used there's oak blocks inside of there for that, you know, to guide that dowel rod.
Right.
You know, the two dowel rods coming out. But what it did was, because there's so much freaking wood in there, is it diminished the resonation.
Oh, really? Too much wood then.
Yeah. And so that sucks. And then I didn't put my fretboard high enough over the edge of the box. And so the humbucker is like totally mashed out, like it's not even sticking up at all because there's no room.
Really flush.
And then my bridge is like teeny tiny, and I can't. There's nothing I can. You know, you kind of want a bigger bridge because you want the bridge, resonates into the face of the guitar.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I'm gonna do yours first, but I was hoping to sell this thing like immediately, but that's not gonna happen. I can't let it go the way it is right now. So
Right. Saying sometimes, the enemy of good is better. You know that, right?
yeah. Well, I
So don't make that mistake of going, I could make it a little bit better. Hang on.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but at the same time, like, this is a reputation that I'm trying to. Okay, like when I had my flooring company in Massachusetts, right? I never advertised, and my reputation preceded me, and I always, and even when I did I shouldn't say I never advertised. When I did advertise, it was like worthless because all my stuff was recommendations, from other, people recommending other people.
Oh, word of mouth is the best advertising.
Oh yeah, because I would get 99.9% of the jobs. When I started advertising and I'm out there freaking,
meeting people I don't know and bidding on stuff and everything, you know, like most of the time I didn't get it because I was high priced,
Right.
you know, because I, you know, I charged for the work that I did, you know.
Right.
So anyways, the same way with the guitars, you know, like I don't want one of my guitars be in somebody's hand and then be like, oh yeah, this is a piece of freaking dog crap, you know, like, you know, it's gotta, you know, yeah, it looks pretty, but it doesn't play right, you know.
Right.
So no, it's gotta be both. It's gotta
Well,
look
luckily
cool.
for you, I won't be able to tell if it plays right or not.
But I will.
When you hear me play it, you'll be like, "Oh shit, that's
No,
awful."
you'll be all right,
I'm
dude. It's so
hoping.
easy.
I'm hoping. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna put some effort into it. I may even find somebody around here and take some lessons.
Oh, you don't have to take no lessons.
I might. We'll see. We'll see.
Save your money and just go on. Yeah, YouTube. You got the.
Oh, like I said, I've been watching a bunch of tutorials. This guy last night, he had a whole chart of all the notes you play on a 3-string.
Yeah, YouTube.
You know, and you could just sit and pause it on that picture and go, okay, here we go. Just start across the deal and
you
play
can,
with each one.
Get it on the internet. I printed a chord chart out.
Right.
Off the internet.
A lot of the things I've noticed on this is them talking about their strings and the way they do it. And it was always like 2 of the same, the 2 outside were the same, like B's, and the middle was a D, you know, or A, you know, E. There was always the 2 outsides were the same, and the center one was different.
Yeah, that's what I'm setting you up with. I'm setting you up with DAD, which is DAD.
DAD. Yeah, I've seen that a lot on those videos.
But what I will do is I'll give you so DAD is going to be your heavier strings, and then I'll also give you I think it's a GDG, and those would be lighter strings for you.
Okay. And I'll probably here in town go get the other size strings and just try them all. See what I like.
Yeah, you can do that.
I got nothing else to do.
Right. Well, there's so many combinations, you know, there's so many ways, and you're going to find the right strings for that guitar. You know, that's another thing that I've noticed too, is that, you know, with each build that I've done, you know, the build itself, the guitar itself, will do better with a certain set of strings, you know, than other ones, you know.
Bought me a tuner.
Man, got a tuner.
Right. Got all that. Got its little cord and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm all set up.
Man, you should have talked to me though, because that tuner's that tuner's a pain in the butt. See, I got this. It's called
I played with it. I figured it out. That's not bad.
I understand. See, that's called gosh, why can't I keep it in the freaking camera?
Right. This was $14.
This was $20.
Yeah, this is $14 on Amazon. It's got a metronome with it too.
Oh yeah.
Does yours have a metronome built in?
Well, I have a I have a loop pedal that has a metronome.
Okay. Does yours also? Can you adjust the beats per minute?
Oh,
yeah. And on your deal and the beats, how many beats?
Not on my tune. My tuner's just a tuner, brother.
Okay, see, my tuner
doesn't have all
is
these
magical.
all these Kmart bells and whistles.
My tuner is magical. It does everything. It may even make me a milkshake.
Oh yeah, will it tune in hertz?
Yeah, I can go from 328 to I think it says 450.
328.
Yeah, pretty low in the
328.
300s up to 450, I believe.
Well, your tuner is just better than my tuner, man.
Mine was only $14
$14
on Amazon. I couldn't believe how cheap they were. Like the most fancy ones on Amazon were $32.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cheap, man. Golly.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tune mine.
You know, you can even download a tuner app on your phone.
Oh, I'm sure. Right.
Yeah,
Well,
it's not
I'm
that
gonna
great.
set mine to 432 and tune to that.
Yeah, that's what I do. I tune all my stuff to 432, or I mean 332.
432.
Wait, let me look. Oh yeah, 432. Yeah, you're right.
432.
That's
No,
correct.
I saw some stuff. I was looking through some things and saw one deal talking about all the different hertz levels you can tune guitars to and stuff. I mean, you don't have to do 432 or 440. They're talking
Right.
about all these different ones, and I'm gonna play with that too. See what kind of crazy sounds you can produce.
Yeah, you know, I've always wanted to like I would, you know, because the snark, right?
Right.
The snark clips on, right? So
Right.
I was thinking if you clipped it onto the guitar body, like you know, like if you had a, you know, like a real guitar and you had a sound hole, and
Right.
you clipped it on the sound hole, and if you tapped it, like what would be the
What's
resonation?
that frequency on just a tap? What does the guitar itself resonate?
Yes.
All on its own.
And then tune it to that, you know.
Right. Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thought process. But I can't wait, dude. I can't wait. This is gonna be fun.
Oh, it will be. I know. You want it done yesterday.
I told Kathy, I said, yeah, when I get this thing, man, when you're gone to work every day, I'm gonna practice on it, and then you're gonna walk in one day, and I'm gonna be like in an Elvis
And you can
costume.
be like Eddie Van Halen.
I'm gonna be jamming to you.
Right. No, it's gonna be cool, man. I will divulge a little bit of information about it. So I was gonna do the whole the box. I wanted to do it in a high gloss candy apple red, but I'm not gonna do that. I know it sounds cool, but I'm not gonna do that. Number one, because I would have to use products that I've never used before, and I'd be worried about chipping, like easy chipping, because it's a cigar box. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
It's not solid wood. You know,
Sure.
so I had to, like, you know, go through all this stuff in my brain, right? So, but what I am gonna do is I'm gonna dye the box as cherry red as I can get it to dye.
Right.
So that way, you know, it'll have that ZZ Top, you know, that ZZ Top red kind of thing going on.
Right. Have you seen their guitars? They have a pair of bass and guitar that are reddish and they look rustic. They look rough, but they're red with some, you know, like where all the marks should be on a guitar. They're all the paint's rubbed away on it. Really, really neat looking guitars.
Oh, I got you.
You know them.
Yeah.
They have so many
so I'm gonna
matching
dye
sets.
it. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna dye it so that you can see so that the wood grain's still there. You know,
Right.
so you still got the wood grain. You still got, you know, it's still got somewhat of a cigar, you know, a cigar box.
Dude, I'm sure whatever you do, I'm gonna be like, wow, he went over the top on this.
Well, I got a little cool thing that I'm doing. I can't tell you about it.
Okay. Surprises me.
But I will tell you this, that I'm using the ZZ Top logo for the sound hole between the two humbuckers.
That's gonna be so cool looking. I can already see it. I think that's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I love it. Hey, and if you wanted to, just when I'm looking, if you wanted to, it's extra work, but you wouldn't have to. Just like at the top here, put ZZ, and then at the bottom put top, and then you got ZZ Top.
What are you talking about at the top? What are you talking about?
Well, the top like corner here,
Top
just
corner.
smaller letters. Do a ZZ, and then straight down from it, top.
The sound hole is going to be ZZ Top.
Yeah, I understand that. I said if you need more.
It's going to be the logo.
No, I said if you need more sound
Oh
hole.
no, I don't need
Just
more.
little bitty like that to add a little bit extra sound hole if you needed it. I was saying.
No, you don't need it, because it's mainly going to be a plug-in guitar, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, the sound hole is just for aesthetics, just because it looks cool. The box is going to be really thin. It's going to be more like electric guitar style.
Okay, cool. Just I don't know enough. Just surprise me.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm not gonna be a critic whatsoever.
No. Oh, and I got you the Tombstone Chrome tuning pegs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so they're shaped like a tombstone
Right.
at the top. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
So those are cool.
See, you keep telling me all this stuff, and I get more excited. I'm like, man.
I know. And then you got to look it up too and see what I'm talking about, right?
Right.
And then I got you. So for the sound, the volume, and then the pickup selector switch.
Right.
It's all in one. It's one big giant chrome body.
Oh,
It's
neat.
all. Yeah, it's all.
I was watching a video about guitars, and a guy had an old Fender Stratocaster, and it had the two positions, right? And he said one of the things guitar players learned over the years on this switch is if you stick it right in the middle, if you get it right in the right spot, it'll do both pickups.
Right.
And I was like, oh, if he puts one of those on mine, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah. I got to make sure that they. So you have to. I'll have to check on the switch itself. It's still in the package, but okay, because I have a switch selector on that one, on the one I just made.
Right.
But I had to jump. You have to jump the circuit, so you got to jump.
No, he was saying that they would jam the switch. Eventually, they would learn to jam it right in the middle enough where it'd pick up both. And it wasn't wired that way to do it. They would jam it into the center where, boom, okay, I'm getting both now. And they'd play there.
That's so
they
funny.
Made a third position with it.
All they have to do is open it up and do a little connector wire.
Why would they do that? When they could jam it in the center.
When they could just jam it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole premise.
Anyways, yours will have the middle option will have both pickups involved. Yeah, that's the way I build my guitars. I build my guitars.
I want to be able to jam it. Like the Graves.
Basically, they broke it. They broke it to make it.
Not completely. It still worked. It still worked.
You're so silly, dude. You want to be rock and roll, and you haven't even gotten off the training wheels yet.
I don't even have the hair for it yet.
You haven't even sat on the training wheels yet.
I'm gonna have to grow my hair out.
And now he's saying he's gonna grow his hair out.
Start wearing bandanas around my wrists.
There you go.
Oh, I can
Lots
see
of
you
bracelets.
doing that. Oh,
I get me some bracelets.
Yeah, that's a good look for you. It's a very great look
Can
for
you see me? Long hair.
Yeah.
Hair.
Yeah. Kathy enjoying every moment going out with you.
You know it.
He's going.
Give me some high heel shoes. I gotta have high heel shoes.
Oh, midlife crisis.
He's going through his late midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Me driving around a Harley.
That just been going through a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's the last thing I would do is go buy a sports car or a motorcycle or a boat.
Yeah, I would. Oh, can you get food for Whisper, baby?
You already ate.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Oh, well, he must have knocked it off the table, baby. Oh, he did.
Oh.
Look at that.
Many years ago, my dad was buying a boat, and our neighbor next door to my dad's shop come over, and he's looking at it, and man, that's a nice boat. And my dad's, oh yeah, man, gonna enjoy it. And he goes, you know what the acronym BOAT stands for? And my dad's like, I don't know. He goes, break out another 1,000.
Yeah.
These things are a pain in the butt. And it was. And I learned that lesson as a kid. I don't want a boat.
So are trucks.
They're too much trouble.
So are trucks.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I'll never ride a motorcycle again in my life.
Yeah, I rode them as a kid. I had dirt bikes, but street bikes I never cared for. Just wasn't interested in it. Dirt bikes, I enjoyed that, but street, nah. Didn't care for it.
Yeah.
I have friends that, oh man, get out the wind. I said, but you're just isolated.
I just know how much it hurts when you fall, and I'm 52 now, and
That's that's the downside.
yeah, I'm 52 now. I don't heal as fast as I used to heal.
Right.
You
I
know?
can't I can't stumble over a dadgum step without hurting something bad.
Yeah, dude. You know, it's like, well, I can, but you know, like I remember back in the day, like, okay, so I got this scar on my face right there under my eye. That whole side of my face was almost ripped off, dude. And and it was healed in what, a month and a half, maybe month and a half. Like you could barely tell anything happened except for that little scar,
Right.
you know. And it's like, you know, I remember like ripping up the whole side of my leg, you know, like road rash, right?
Yeah.
And you know what, like a month and a half, it'd be gone. You know,
Still
you pick it off and the skin's all nice and happy underneath, you know, it's like brand new skin. Now you get freaking road rash and stuff like that. No, it's about 6 months, 7 months.
Right. Well, the only time I had any problems on a motorcycle, I was like 14. I had a brand new KDX 250, man, a big green motorcycle. And me and friends were on the other side of town riding in these pits. And I'm leading. And we're going down through this trail and we come up the side. And I hadn't ridden this trail before. And I'm first one. I come out and I gun it. And I jump out and I hit a tree limb hanging across. Hit me right in the face.
Oh no!
A big hole in my lip right here.
Yeah, it
But
went through your lip.
Yeah, went through my lip. Didn't knock any teeth out or anything. Cut me up real bad. Well, luckily we weren't a half mile from the hospital. All these pits were right behind the hospital, and so it just rode over there. My parents were out of town. We called one of my buddies' mom and dad, and they came up there and go, "Yeah, he's with us for the day." And they stitched me up, and I jumped on a motorcycle and rode it home.
You know how I did the one on my face. So I was riding. I lived with my grandparents when I was in high school, and they used to make me, dude. My high school was so far away, and they wouldn't pay for the bus. And my grandma made me go to summer school so I wouldn't get in trouble during the summer. And
dang.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, I had enough credits to graduate by the time I was a junior. Like I didn't even have to go to my junior year. Well, I did because I needed one English credit. That was it. Anyways, it's summertime. I'm riding to school, and I'm coasting down this hill with no hands on my 10-speed, and I had the Discman.
Right.
And I used to balance it on the front handlebars of my bike while I was riding. And dang, don't you know I hit a bump and that thing freaking fell. And I went to grab it and I grabbed it with one hand. I hit the brake with the other hand, but it was the front brake.
Right.
And I went over the top of those handlebars and just hit the pavement. So anyways, what happened here on my eye was a Coke bottle lid went and wrapped around my cheekbone.
Ow.
Yeah, I landed right smack dab on it, dude.
Ow. Of all the places to land.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I had to go in there. I had to go into the hospital. You know, I got this Coke bottle lid sticking out of my face, and blood's everywhere. Blood's everywhere. And they had to. So I had to have 28 stitches on the inside because my teeth smashed into my cheek.
Right, that's what happened when that deal hit me. I had a bunch on the inside and then that hole on the outside.
Yeah, so I had all that. And then they had to, and then I had about 18 stitches here along my eye, and I watched the whole thing, dude. They gave me a mirror. I wanted to watch them do it, and I watched the whole thing.
You're
but
twisted,
yeah,
man.
That's what
You're
happened
twisted.
to my face.
You're twisted.
Yeah.
You're twisted.
I want to see my gut. Keep me awake, Doc. I want to watch.
Oh yeah, they didn't knock me out. They just shot my whole face up with Novocaine. They must have freaking, 5, 6, 7 shots in there.
Right.
Mhm.
That's one of those things that makes you go, why me? I could have took a little bit of gravel, okay, a little road rash, but geez, a coke freaking top
Oh,
and
it was a nasty road too. They were picking out glass and gravel and everything out of my face. Yeah.
wow.
Love this scar.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I call scars more wounds.
You know, I'm 52. It took most of my life for the hair to grow
To start growing in there.
on this side of my face. Now it's fine, but it used to be like the hair would be real thick on this side and real thin on this side. I
Nothing
barely
there.
have any
Right.
hair. Now it
Oh.
all grows fine. So, you know.
Hey,
Well, now
on
I got
the-
hair growing in places I don't need hair growing.
that's what happens as we get older. Yeah, she was cutting my hair yesterday, and she kept going around my ears. I was like, "Is there that much hair around my freaking ears?"
Yeah.
Yes,
there is.
Come on, man! I ain't no werewolf.
You know what happened to me, and I think it's because I was 22 years old, and I was making fun of this old man. I used to hang out at coffee shops and stuff, right? And I was making fun of this old man because he had hair growing out of here, this part of his ear,
Right out of the
and he
middle.
looked like a werewolf. Like, I mean, it was long, dude. It was like that long, you know. And I was making
Right.
fun of it. And guess what?
Hold that thought. I gotta go let Louie in. He's scratching.
That's all right. Anyways, for anybody that's watching, that's what I got now. I got hair growing out of that part of my ear. Anyways, I'm gonna give you all the Ashley so I can smoke.
Cause you want so camera. You're so cute. Oh, Tommy and the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he on his one channel?
What's that? Oh, he probably don't even have a live.
Are you on your backup channel?
No, this is my main channel.
Oh, good. Oh,
Yeah, I got it
good.
back. So any new news on any of our fast held beliefs?
Our fast held beliefs. Oh, well, don't take pharmaceuticals that you can actually get rid of whatever crud they're giving you by natural herbs. And,
Oh, sure.
Our house is prove.
You know the tent deal y'all were at. Have you seen that? Oh, Wits It Gets It. Hey Tony, what's up? That Wits It Gets It was there, and he videoed it on now on his channel. He's got it broke up, and they go through all the segments.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
No, well, I don't know. We've seen a few of them.
Do y'all watch?
Being that we
Wits It
were
Gets It?
there, we don't really have to watch very many of them. We know exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But do y'all watch him?
No, Wits It Gets It.
No, we don't
Yeah.
watch that dude.
You don't watch him?
No, I don't know. Well, I mean, I've probably seen him at the Flat Earth meetups, but I
Oh,
don't.
go. He's a redheaded guy, has a beard.
Does he wear glasses?
He might have been wearing glasses then. He
Maybe.
does, but he doesn't always. He has.
Is
But
he skinny?
but he's on his channel. He started a deal like a month or so ago where it's called Schooling Globers, and he has these questions, and Globers can come on if you can answer if you got answers to these questions. Let's talk about it. And he's had people come on and try and debate flat versus globe, and just all the elements that they tell us, like the spin and just all the stuff, the questions, pertain to the science of it. Y'all say this, where's the proof?
Right.
And he's got 3 or 4 questions up there that nobody yet has challenged. Nobody on the globe side has come on and said, oh, wait a minute, that's easy to answer.
Right.
Here
right.
it is. Only things they have is, well, we know NASA. Well, wait a minute. All those calculations, are off by 100 to the 24th power. They admit it. They're all theories. There's no proof of anything. And these people just, they got no answers. And he's pressing pretty hard. And he's calling anybody, physicists, whatever, whoever you are, answer the question.
Yeah, they won't. They can't. These certain questions, like, they have no answer for them. A lot of people, especially Christians, they'll say, well, God can do anything.
Well, what was funny
that's
was everybody he has come on to debate with him don't even talk about the actual question they're talking about. They always slip off into how crazy you are to think the earth is flat, how crazy you are that you can't see what NASA's done for us, how crazy you are to even try to interpret the Bible verses that way.
Yeah.
That's all they got.
Yeah, that's
That's all they
exactly
got.
what Greg Locke did.
And he's doing real good about, no, well, stop. Let's get to the question. The question is, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about this.
Right.
And they're like, well, I'm not versed enough in that, but I do know you're crazy for thinking this and this. We ain't talking about that. Just, if you can't answer the question, go on. We're not here for discussion on anything. We're talking about the questions here.
Right, talking about
And he's pressing hard on them. He ain't taking any of their crap. They come on and try the ad hominem attacks and the, and the false premises and just everything. And he calls them on it. Nope. You're wrong.
I said
He
that debate
still
to my
mans them.
brother.
He still mans them so good that they can't say anything. He tells them their own argument. This is what you're going to say to me. And they're like, well, yeah. Yeah, that is all I got.
That's
And
right.
He's like, if you can't bring anything else, then somebody's got to stand up and go, okay, we're wrong. It's not a spinning ball.
Yeah, somebody, you would think, hopefully.
At some point.
Well, that's our plan, that somebody's going to say, hey, and they're going to wake up to it,
I
How
sent
cold
that
is it
debate
there?
to my brother, and
I can't hear you.
I sent that debate to my brother, and he said, I don't even understand why there's a debate on it. He goes, it's a closed conversation. He said that's like arguing that water's not wet.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but his
Right.
brother's a glober.
Yeah.
Yeah,
His
well, sure.
brother's- Yeah.
So is my brother.
Yeah.
When I was there seeing him, I stayed with him while I was there. And I was just throwing some of the flat facts out at him. And he just finally went, same as all of them. What difference does it make? I don't care.
Mhm.
I don't care.
Doesn't
And I'm
matter to
like,
me.
you wouldn't care to know the truth about our Earth and to find out that in the center is the North Pole and Mount Vesuvius, and that we're in an electromagnetic field, that gravity's bullshit, outer space is bullshit. We're the apple of God's eye. We're the footstool. We're the center of the universe. That doesn't matter to you.
Yeah.
Nope. I don't care. Don't care. Right. All right.
Don't care.
You don't care that you've been lied to. Oh, I know they lie. I don't care. Whatever. Here's
But
the- I
still
can't do
believe it. If
nothing.
you
I
know
can't do
they
nothing
lie
about it.
and you don't care, yeah, but you're still believing the
Yeah.
lie. You're still in your mind. You're thinking of the lie.
Well, I told him, I said, well, anytime it's referenced, you're going to believe the lie every time. You're not going to hear that lie and go, that's bullshit. You believe that, people go to Mars. We're going to go to Mars. You believe we went to the moon. You believe that we're spinning 1,000 miles an hour. You believe, that all this crazy stuff is going on, but nobody's ever detected it or measured it.
Right.
But it's happening.
Mhm.
It's happening. That's what's so funny. You just must believe.
Well,
We're so
the
smart.
crazy thing is that, you ask a Christian if they believe in evolution, they're like, no, of course not. And you're like, well, they're teaching evolution in schools as if it's a fact.
Right.
And so, they're lying about that, and they're teaching about it. And it's accepted curriculum in school. I'm like,
Right.
So why is it so far-fetched to think that they're lying about the shape of the earth too?
Right. Well, one of the things that I heard a guy talk about, it was pretty interesting, said if, all the polls show that most communities are majority Christian, but they say in a majority, the majority rules. That's 50+1, you have a majority. Why are all of our systems run by the minority? Why are our school systems, catering to the minority, to the radical, to the ideology instead of what the community stands for? It's a Christian community. Our schools should reflect that. We're going to have a Christian based education system, but we don't get that. We get the opposite. We get the fringe is what gets taught. And that's just insane to me. How do people let that happen?
Dude,
I don't get it.
I don't either.
They squawk majority rules, right? Majority rules, majority rules. You know, elections have consequences. Okay. We have a majority of Christians in this community. Our schools, our school boards, you're going to have a Christian-based, you know, education system. They're not going to make you be religious. We're just going to have the principles and values of Christianity enforced. That's the way it's going to roll.
Mhm.
We're not going to have Pride Month. We're not going to have, you know, all this crazy shit. They're going to do it. And education, wow, they don't teach kids, you know, the 3 R's anymore. They teach them the 3 radicals. That's what R's stand for. Radical, radical, radical. Whatever it is, it's going to be radical. It's not going to be nature based. That's for sure. I don't know how we got away from freaking nature based. Look at that big old chicken.
That's Chloe.
Look at the size of that dog.
She comes up here and gets on the porch. Chloe does, because she gets away from Shuffles, our rooster, and
Right.
and he'll come running up here to come at her, and I'll point my finger and I'll be like, "You better stop right there." And he will, boy. He'll stop where he's at and turn around and get off the porch and get all mad at me.
Y'all seen the movie Young Guns, where they did the peyote and that dude's all
Yeah,
wigging
yeah.
out. He goes, "You
Chicken."
see the size of that chicken?"
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh
a
my
big old
gosh,
chicken.
they don't teach our people that. I mean, seriously, they don't. They don't teach the children nothing that really needs to be known. You know,
All right.
I found out because I got a buddy who's in her 60s, and she was telling me that where she was from, I think it's like Illinois or somewhere in that area. But
Indiana.
Indiana, that's it. And she was saying that when she was younger and in high school and junior high and high school, she said they would take the young men out and they would have a property that the young men could go, and they would give them their tools. They
Yeah.
would supply everything for them, and they
They're
would
still
have the
going when
young
I was in
men
high
build
school.
on these houses. And I'm
That
like, that's
automotive,
amazing.
electrical, small appliance repair, carpentry, and woodworking had it all in school when I was in high school. One of my friends' classmates has one of the best performing automotive shops in our hometown. The guy started with 1 bay, now he's got like 10 bays. You know, he didn't go to college or nothing. One of the wealthiest guys in town now. But the in Big Spring, in my hometown, I don't know if you've ever heard of her. Her name's Ray Ripple, and she was on like Metal Wars. She was on one of those deals where you're a fabricator and you build stuff, and she won one of them. And she lives in my hometown, and she's a welder. She went and got her underwater welding license. She's got all her deals, TIG, stick, all her certifications, everything, and she just donated a CNC machine to the high school, and she's doing courses certifying these kids as welders, and she's got jobs lined up for every single one of them once they get certified. She's kicking ass. That's freaking cool, because that community, it doesn't have anything but the oil field to offer. That's all it is.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's pretty slim pickings after that.
Yeah.
And so these guys, okay, oil field's here. I don't want to be on a rig. I want to be a welder, and I'm gonna make good money.
Right. Right.
You know,
No,
and that's really impressive. She's doing a great job.
it is impressive. It is.
And every once in a while, they'll post stuff on Facebook. 2 or 3 other kids, girls and boys, holding up their certification. They got their welding certification.
That is that's just awesome that she
Right.
does that. She's doing that. I mean, seriously. Yeah, I've heard like I've had 2 buddies that worked on the oil field, and then my ex or my children's dad, he was going to work on the oil field, and we tried to go down there or go to Texas and for him to work down there, and it's just everybody that I met that works at the oil field was highly intoxicated.
Yeah,
We'll just put
a lot
that.
of meth heads.
Hmm.
A lot of meth heads in the oil field.
And doing
But
whippets.
That's
sucking
why
on-
that's the deckhands and stuff. That's the roustabouts and stuff. That's the dirty low end jobs. Once you get up to pusher and foreman and you're a welder, You're not in that group. It's a whole
Right, but it
different
takes you. You have to
culture.
get up. You have to work up to it though, and so you take the chance of being in
Yep.
that kind of environment, and it's very it's iffy, man. You're
Ouch.
taking chances.
When I was in high school, my girlfriend's brother-in-law had a roustabout company. And it was in the summer, and he's talking about this and that and how hard they work, and he's saying, "Oh, you kids these days couldn't do it." I'm like, "Dude, I could do the job, I just don't want to. It's stupid. Why would I go work like that when I don't have to?" And he's like, "Ah, you couldn't do it." So I went to work with him the next day. We get in the truck, go to 7-Eleven, get their coffee. Everybody does. We start heading out to the field, and in the back seat, the three of them are shooting up meth. They're cooking up their meth and stuff before we even get there. They're back there shooting up their meth. And we get out there and we're just cleaning an old tank battery with, 2 feet of oil still in the bottom, and have a truck come vacuum it out, suck it up. And so we were cleaning that out, and they have big old scrapers, and it's just dirty, nasty work. And I
Right.
can see if you're going to do it every day, I would rather be high.
Right.
I'm sorry. I couldn't knock them after I was done. It would be better to be high to do this every day because it's just nasty, hard work. It's just gross. It takes no skill. It's just muscle. That's all it is.
Yeah.
No brain work, no skill, just grunt. Okay. I'm not going to knock you that much for it because day after day, that's got to get old.
It
Knowing.
sounds like it could.
Yeah. Knowing it's not going to be a better day today.
And do the same stuff you did yesterday. Oh,
Right. When you open that access port on the side of that thing, as soon as you open it up, all that gases blow out at you, and it's just you move quick, get out of the way. It's gonna
My-
choke you. Just nasty.
ugh. It sounds like it. Sorry, Shamrock.
But I did it, and I
You
was
did
like,
it.
that's what I'm telling you, dude. I'll never do it again.
Yeah.
Ever.
You
Ever.
did it. You tried it. You can say
Right.
you did it. It's
I can
done.
do a lot of other things besides that. But I know that if I had to, I could. Just don't want to. Just not gonna. But poor West Texas out there. They ain't got much. The best jobs in the oil field go to legacy, go to people who know each other and family. Hard to work up to a system like that.
Mm.
We've got a big refinery out there, and those jobs, management and upper, they go to family and friends. Always have. You don't come out in there as an outsider and get one of those jobs. Just
No,
not.
yeah,
There's
you
10
gotta know
people
somebody
lined
to
up.
know somebody.
Yeah, there's 10 people lined up for those jobs for the next 20 years,
Right.
and they're getting them.
Mhm.
That's the way it is.
Right.
But we out in West Texas out there, like I said, the cotton field, they're just paying them not to do it.
Yeah, that hurts my heart. I know that we have a bunch of cotton fields over in Cedar Grove, Tennessee, and when I went and see my mom not too long ago, riding by and all the cotton fields, and we've seen people out there, working and stuff, but I remember, after you said it, I remember back in the day, like that those the whole row would be
Just a sea of
lined
white.
up.
Yeah,
Mhm.
just a sea of white. Looked like it had snowed.
Yeah, and it was nothing like that. And we went
Yeah.
around harvest time. It was nothing like that.
And if you came through after they stripped, you could tell they just stripped.
Uh-huh.
None of that this time. It was disappointing. I was like, wow. But there's new wind turbines up. West Texas, our area was one of the first areas to get any windmills. And that was 10 years ago or more. And when they start going up, people were like, oh my God, it ruined our landscape and our view. We had just beautiful views out there in landscape. And this ridge, this semi-ridge mountain area that goes around the town. And they just line the top of that thing with those fucking things.
Mm.
It used to be just a beautiful scene, sunsets and sunrises on it, just amazing. And they messed it all up, all the way from Big Spring to Abilene. Freaking windmills on both sides of the road. Just terrible.
Oh man.
They're everywhere.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It is. It
And they're
is.
doing no good. My parents have lived there since they put, our whole lives. And since they put them in, nobody has come and said, thank God we got those windmills. My electric bill went down. Thank God we got them. You know, they're helping big time. You know, the power generating stations aren't going, yes, this is helping our situation so much better. Not such wear and tear on our equipment. It's just amazing.
Right.
Nowhere
Yep.
you see a single story where the community is going, yes, our solar and our wind are paying off.
Right.
You know, the whole
Nobody.
town is, you know, dropping electric bills. It's amazing. Never, nowhere, even a inkling of it.
Right. So what's the reason for them? What's the true reason for them?
It's a money laundering scheme. It's just government tax dollars going to their crony friends. You know, it's a circular economy between them. You know, we take in their tax money, we give you a contract, you know, you put these things in, you spend your money on our things, and you donate back to my campaign, and we just keep this booger rolling. And we're gonna all be good. We're gonna all be good. But we gotta keep it in this cycle. That's why Congress puts out no bid contracts. They just pick who's gonna do it.
You ever hear the theory that, you know, those big power lines that go like across the country? Oh, I only have that left in there.
I know.
So some people think that those big old power lines that go across the country like that, you know, they're raised up real high, that they're actually gathering the
Electricity instead of transporting it.
Right.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
That it's not actually, you know, it goes to a station, but that's just a power transference station, right? Like they're taking it and they're turning it into usable power for everyone.
Right. One of the things I learned during our ice storm back in 2020 out here was that power generating stations, those turbines spin at 60 megahertz. And if they start dropping down below 60 megahertz, they'll start wobbling and tear up and fly apart. And whenever they take a power station down, when they take it offline, that's because the draw is pulling it down below 60 megahertz. And like in Texas, our power grid, when everything's up and running, they're all magnetically connected through that 60 megahertz. And when I saw that, I was like, that's crazy. Our during that ice storm and stuff, it wasn't that our system couldn't handle it. It was that environmental regulations kicked in through the government, and the government said we couldn't use any more natural gas to generate power because we'd gone past our environmental allotments.
But
and they had to shut down power stations here. Think about that. We needed the power. We could have done it, no problem. But the government said, no, you can't do it. You're using too many fossil fuels. Your emissions, you picked them out. Can't do anymore. So people had to go without electricity. Because the Department of Energy was watching our clicker, our gas, watching our ticker going, stop right there, too much. Shut it down. You've gone over. You got to shut it down. You're using too much, you know, you're putting out too much CO2. You can't do it. Shut it down.
Oh my gosh, no way.
And once you shut one down, the others, it takes a little bit to to recouple and get back on their 60 hertz cycle, you know, and stay there. And so you get the little brownouts around until everything restabilizes. But then you start pulling more power off of those, and you have to shut another one down because they won't let you run the full cycle. They let you just run full bore, it's no problem. But when they start making you drop down, that hurts everybody else. But yeah, I just thought that was crazy. It don't run on on RPMs. It doesn't run on voltage, watts, or anything. It runs on 60 megahertz.
Wow.
They have to get to that frequency or those things tear apart. They won't work.
Dude.
Isn't that crazy?
That is flipping nuts. It's nuts. It's just, oh my gosh, they're just trying to kill us all. We all need to make our own electricity, water wheels. We just need to.
Well, that's what's so crazy. We could. The technology's out there. We could if they just let us have it.
Well, we can make our own. I mean, what did they do before?
But it's so hard. You have to piecemeal it. There should be a freaking kit you can buy. There should be a business you can call and go, yeah, come upgrade my power station. You
Yeah.
know, everybody's
Yeah.
got their power station.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
There
it should
should
be an
be.
industry. It really should be. It shouldn't be this huge, massive industrial infrastructure system that has so many faults in it and so many places in it that can be harmed and, you know, damage people. It should be your city, your county should have a nuclear generating station. And
Right.
everybody's electricity is $10 a month,
Right.
no matter what.
No matter what, it should be.
There's plenty of guys out there that they've proposed that it'd be simple, cleaner, and more environmentally safe than anything out there. Just one of the best sources of energy ever. That's why they won't let us have it. Think
Yeah.
about that.
But yet they claim that they want everything to be green, right?
They'll,
We gotta
yeah,
go green, man. We gotta go green.
That's what's so funny is they completely ignore the whole process to get to what they think is best. They just ignore the process and go, look, the end result is clean energy. But what about how you charge it? It comes from that wall. It's not a fossil fuel. It's electricity. You know,
Right.
it's like one of those ladies bragging about power stations they put in, and a reporter asked her, "Where do y'all's power come from?" And she says, "Oh, from our power station." He goes, "But how's it generated? Is it coal? Is it natural gas? You know, what is it?" And somebody looks at her and they look and they go, "I think mostly coal." And he goes, "So this is okay with you that you're burning more coal for these generating power stations right here, charging stations?"
Right.
And you could just see it on her face. She had no idea what to say.
No.
She had no idea.
No, because
Okay.
she's just a parrot. She's
Right.
just talking head.
Right. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
she was just blank. She had no idea.
We've
What
only
was
got
going on?
4%. We've got 4% of battery.
Gonna go out.
It's gonna
Oh,
die.
okay, y'all got to run.
Yeah. Hey, we love
Okay.
all y'all.
All right, good talking to you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Shalom.
Keep in touch. Love you guys.
Love you too, brother. Love you too.
Take it easy,
All right.
brother.
Thanks, guys. Be careful, brother.
All right.
All right, everybody. I guess shoot, an hour and 40 minutes. Dang, we went at it. Hour and 40 minutes. All right, everybody. Love you all. Good discernment. Good vibrations. Y'all take care.